You were born in 1905 in Boston, Massachusetts. You spent a lot of time at Martha's Vineyard. Let's go down memory lane. Let's go back and let's talk about the things that influenced your life to bring you where you are today. Now, you said that your parents encouraged you in your desire to draw. Were either of your parents artistic? Now, in 1927, you were about to graduate from the Boston Museum School of Fine Arts, and you decided to apply for an assistantship position. What were you told? So, when you heard that, I mean, how did you react? Did you realize that you were experiencing racism? So, in that case, you said, I may have to move, and you did. You went to New York City. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that you worked as a textile designer for F.A. Foster and Company. When you, being born in Boston and raised in Boston, you accepted the challenge of creating and heading up the art department of Palmer Memorial Institute in North Carolina. How did you adjust then to segregation in the South? And once you got there, what happened? But there you did, being in North Carolina at that time, you did experience probably, was it more blatant racism, segregation? Did any of those experiences influence any of your artwork? Now, in 1930, Howard University recruited you to teach design and watercolor painting. You took the position. Now, you're teaching, during the 30s, you were teaching, your work was being exhibited, but in 1937 you received a fellowship to study at the Académie Julian in Paris. But that happened for many African Americans where they couldn't do what they did best in America. Many did leave. They became expatriates. Well, you got on the SS Normandy, set sail for Paris, you got there, you became the toast of the town. All right, you arrive in Paris, you begin to work, your work is acclaimed, you have much success. Mm-hmm. What then? You had also, I think, a sense of freedom being in Paris, didn't you? So color wasn't important except for what you were putting on canvas. Do you feel then that you were more productive in Paris? Much of your work was exhibited in Europe. Did many people know oftentimes that you were African American, black, Negro? What? Do you feel that you've gotten your full recognition? You began, I think, in the 30s to notice African influences in the work of some of the French artists, but you were the one who really kind of introduced that influence. And Les Fétiches has become a very famous painting, hasn't it? An artist's work is always evolving because the artist is always evolving. You made the acquaintance of Alain Locke, who was the Harvard philosopher, Rhodes Scholar. He had a very profound effect on your work, didn't he? And he went on to be a model for you. Lois, so far we've talked about this marvelous career that you've had, that you are having, but there's one thing missing. It's the great love of your life. There was a great love. Would it be safe to say that you had fallen in love with him but didn't realize it? All right. Now, yes. This is the second man who's had a major influence on your work. You went to Haiti, and as a result of living in Haiti and looking at the lifestyle and the people, that also influenced your paintings greatly. Oh, the people are so proud, and so... I can tell. Yes. When your husband first married you, he said that he wanted to complete your life. Did he do that? Was his career as successful as yours? Was there ever any competition? You have a little family and no children, and now your husband. But what has sustained you through these years? You ended your career at Howard University as Professor Emeritus after 47 years. When you think back to those 47 years, what comes to your mind? Now, this question is for all of those would-be artists. How do you know when one has potential as an artist? I guess I don't have it. You have done countless paintings. Have you ever counted them? Certainly there are just beautiful paintings, and then of course the ones that are being exhibited in the museums. But how do you decide which one is your favorite? Do you sell them? Will you sell them? Will they go to a museum? What will you do with all of this work? The resurgence of Afrocentrism in American culture has probably contributed to the discovery of your works by a whole new group of people, young people. How does it make you feel to think that you are influencing yet another generation? The students that you have taught and some of the works you've seen, do you see Lois Mailou Jones in any of their works? You know, we were talking about the changes that your work has gone through and the people that have influenced. And now I think it would be safe to say that you've probably come full circle now, wouldn't you? Mm. You know, you, gosh, it's been 70 years. You're described as the consummate artist, the artist with international vision, but you are an American artist.